vegetarian.
Ever wonder about specialty coffee? What it takes to be a successful entrepreneur business owner? Well, this might be the video for you. Why? Because in this video, it is my honor and pleasure to introduce you to Doom. What is your name?
Rania Talal.
Where are you from?
Originally, I'm from Saudi Arabia, but I lived most of my life in Lebanon.
And you are a business owner.
Yep.
The name of your company?
My company's name is 226 Degrees, and we have created the first brand that is Alert Specialty Coffee here in Jeddah.
Want to know more about Alert Specialty Cafe?
I'm pretty sure that I want.
All right, well, let's have a seat.
Let's go.
All right. Okay, so Rania, before we talk about you being an entrepreneur, let's just get I just have some general questions for you.
All right.
What time did you wake up this morning?
6:30 a.m.
Wow. What did you eat for breakfast this week?
Actually, my breakfast is coffee and chocolate bar.
Okay.
It's unhealthy.
It's unhealthy.
Unhealthy at all. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Okay, all right. So, what's your favorite food?
Pasta.
Ooh.
I love pasta.
Pasta. Okay, what's your least favorite food?
Least favorite food?
Yeah, what food don't you like?
There's this Saudi food that's called salik.
Okay.
It's more like milk and rice.
Okay.
And I hate this type of food. Anything that's saggy, I hate it.
Okay, no saggy. No saggy.
Food.
All right, let's get off of food. What's your favorite color?
Red.
Red. Why red?
It's so passionate, it's so strong, and do you know that the red is the deepest color that goes into the retina? So you can never miss red.
Wow.
Yes, it's very deep. Yes, so I really like red because it's more like a fuel that would push me more to do more.
Okay, okay. Do you like movies?
I love movies.
Your favorite movie and actor or actress?
Braveheart is my favorite movie. Favorite actor is Mel Gibson.
Okay.
Actress, now that's a tough one. Susan Sarandon.
Susan Sarandon.
Yes,
Good
I
actor.
love her. I love her.
Very, very good.
Yes.
All right, so your favorite vacation spot, like if you could go on vacation anywhere for like 1 month or 3 months, where in the world would it be?
1 month or 3 months? Well, New York.
New York City?
Yeah, I love New York. You know what? I lived in New York for like 2 years, and I really love it because it's a sleepless city and it's very active. But if we want to talk about being relaxed for a week, not more than that, I would go to Hawaii.
Hawaii.
Yeah.
Nice, nice. Okay, so she likes vacation, learn a little bit of college. All right, now your native language is what?
Arabic.
Arabic. And but you speak English really well. How did you learn English?
At first, my parents wanted to invest in me. So basically, they took me to the best schools here in Jeddah. I studied here for like 10 years. So I was in the best school, international school for English. After that, I went to Beirut. I continued my studies in Beirut and education. I was in American schools and American university. And afterward, I went to Manhattan to have my post-education.
Okay, so let's say, for example, I'm learning English. What recommendation would you give if I'm shy and I lack confidence? What would you say?
I believe that the best teacher that you may have after teacher will be you have to read a lot of books, and like the beginners books, and try to download as many songs with lyrics. And you have the song part will teach you how to pronounce right, and it will teach you the accent even. Don't try not only books, because books you will read it silently and you never know when you are saying the word right or not. But when you go with the songs and actually you are listening to the singer performing and you are trying to memorize it after, you're gonna really catch the pronunciation right.
Excellent.
And this is the way actually I learned.
And I like how you said talking about like giving suggestions and tips, because I think reading is really important. All right, so let's talk about you, the entrepreneur. Mm-hmm. What made you become an entrepreneur?
You know what? When you are an employee, you're always limited to the environment that you are in. You can't be creative. What made me feel like I want to be an entrepreneur, I felt that I want more from my work. I want more. I want to give more. So my partner and I thought of having this company that's called 226 Degrees. 226 Degrees will help people to start their own businesses. And because we have succeeded having the first brand as Alert Specialty Coffee, and it took a lot of work from us. So it showed me that this is the thing that I really wanted to do, because it is an environment that I can feel free and I can unleash my creativity. That's why I thought of being an entrepreneur.
Okay, so let's talk about Alert, specialty coffee. Well, I gotta be honest with you. Before I met you, I just thought, I didn't know, what is specialty coffee?
Okay, specialty coffee is a coffee with really high grade and with extra attention, because coffee usually when you go to Starbucks or any place like that is commercial. But with specialty coffee, we really have to take care of the altitude that we are harvesting. We harvest it in, how we pick it, how we take care of it, how we roast it. So it's a whole new and complicated procedure. And it's a journey from the bean itself until the cup. So it's a story with every cup.
Okay, so how did you Alert? How did you come up with that name, Alert?
My partner and I wanted to have a name that's easy, that is associated with something. Like today, when you see horses, you immediately will remember Marlboro. And when you see yellow, you would immediately remember DHL, right?
Okay.
We want to create this kind of association. So Alert, it's easy, 5 letters, and the pronunciation of Alert won't change no matter what language you have.
Good point.
Yeah,
Good
exactly.
point.
And we want people, and Alert, especially Alert, this word, you're going to find it everywhere. You're going to find it when you are working on your laptop, you're going to find an alert low in battery.
Good branding. Alert.
Yes,
I like that.
Exactly.
All right. So how long have you been in business?
We've started last year, 6th of October.
Okay.
So it's almost a year and 2 months.
Happy anniversary.
Thank
Happy
you.
anniversary. Okay. So specialty coffee. A couple questions around coffee. What's your favorite coffee? Do you have a favorite coffee or favorite coffee?
I love hand brew coffee.
Hand brew.
Yes.
Okay.
What I'm drinking right now is hand brew coffee, Sedano, on B60.
Okay.
I like to taste the coffee. I don't want to have any additions like milk or sugar, because I really need to taste the virginity of the coffee itself.
Okay, so if I'm like, say I'm new to specialty coffee and I say to you, give me your opinion in terms of like, say, the best coffee, how would you answer that?
I won't be able to answer that, because coffee is, to define coffee or the best coffee is exactly like when you define beauty. You can, because it's based on personal preferences.
Okay.
For me, I would say that this is the best coffee, and for someone else, they would say that another brand is the best coffee. So it's based on your preference. What do you like in your coffee? Do you like it acidic? Do you like it bitter? Do you like it, let's say, with a lot of flavor notes, a fruity note, or a lot of floral notes? Those are the things that people would prefer.
Got it. So Alert, specialty coffee. On average, how many cups of coffee do you give to your customers a day?
400.
400 cups of coffee?
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about how would you define the Alert customer?
Alert customer, they are educated intellectual people who wants to come here to a place that they feel home. This is why we have created Alert. We wanted to create a community, an education community, because in here we allow people to start sessions in English, in art, in whatever you want, because we want people to learn. Okay? Those are the people, the customers to learn.
So not only creating, if I understand you right, not only creating a business for yourself, but kind of creating a community.
Exactly.
A community. I like that.
Yes.
All right. So you're an entrepreneur. Great. Here's a question. What's the best thing, or some of the things that you like about being an entrepreneur business owner?
I told you before, to have this kind of unlimited environment for creativity, to try new things, because even if you are an entrepreneur and you don't develop yourself and you don't tackle new challenges, or it won't be right, because you are an entrepreneur. You really need to take care of all of your business, and you really need to try to develop it today, tomorrow, and the day after. You shouldn't stay in the same loop, or else you can stay an employee. Right?
Good point.
So you really need to find more in your business. You have to take a step further. You're going to face a lot of challenges. Okay.
Well, speaking of, okay, so that's great. I mean, you talk about success. Let's talk about, as a business owner, what challenges have you had?
Starting the business, I had a lot of financial challenges, and then we have things about legalities and documentations, and then how to find amazing employees or amazing team to work with, because this is really hard. The employee you're going to have, or the team you're going to have, they will interact with your customers. So if they weren't good, you're going to lose the business. So every pillar of those things, they can make or break your business.
I like that. Okay, so I just really want to ask you, were talking about challenges. So recently, I heard that Alert ran into a challenge in terms of, to be honest with you, being shut down.
True.
Is there anything that you've learned from that?
The hit that doesn't kill you, it makes you stronger.
Ooh, say that again, please.
The hit that doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
Okay.
Because this is one of the challenges, and challenges won't stop at one point. No. They are continuous, okay? So, like you have mentioned before, yes, Alert was shut down, and from the moment it was shut down, and with all the things that we were facing, every one of us in the team, my partner and I as well, we never thought of this as a defeat. We thought of this as a new opportunity to
I like that. So a new opportunity. You know what's funny, when I'm teaching my students, or even in my own life, I kind of learn, like, you know what? Setbacks doesn't necessarily mean anything. Setback is an opportunity to move forward.
Absolutely.
And if I could say it, it's fair to say that you have a vision.
Absolutely, yes. And actually, you always need to think about the positivity from every negative experience.
Every negative,
exactly.
yeah.
Because what happened, I believe that you have seen the propaganda of the media. We really need to thank them, because they made Alert even more famous.
Well, you know what? It reminds me of a quote. Have you ever heard of a model? I think it was Naomi Campbell or Linda Evangelista. Yeah. Johnny Versace was having a conversation. Hey, listen. Press, whether it's positive or negative, can be something good. But I like the fact that you said you make a negative and you turn it into positive.
Absolutely.
I think that says a lot personally, I think that says a lot about your testament and in terms of your vision, just, taking a negative and making it positive.
Yes.
And I just had to ask the question.
All right.
All right, get off of that. Success. What does, in terms of, briefly talking about personally, but I want to get about business. What does success look like for you on a personal level? Is there any word or anything that comes to your mind?
People's love.
People's love. Oh! Yeah. Okay, all right. Love. I mean, love is good.
Yes.
But success as it relates to business, what would you say?
Some people would see it as money, as the turnover of this business. Okay, in our case, as a team, we see it as how much we have given to our customer, how much we have educated them. When we have a section here, and for English, when people comes and teach people English, and we see that it's in our place. Those people, they started their first steps or first vocabulary in English. So this is something that we feel proud of. Like, this is the real success. Like, when you see people learning new things,
right,
and you see this in your place, this is amazing. You can't value that.
So you talk about team. You talk about the value of team. Do you have any of your team members here?
I have the best team members. Fawaz, Nouri, please, if you can come here.
Hey, team!
Now, you really need to know that if it wasn't for the team and for an amazing team with big smiles,
come.
Won't be as strong as today. So.
What is your name?
My name is Fawaz. My name is Nouri.
These are your team members.
Part. We still have 6 more.
Okay, so talk briefly about why you think teaming is so important.
Well, if your team weren't strong and if your team weren't passionate about your business, they won't get you there. They won't get you to the success that you want or you plan for. They share the vision. They implement it, basically. So that's why I want to thank my beautiful team for their amazing efforts making this business succeed.
You are most welcome.
All right, so I have a couple more questions because I know you guys and are probably really busy with customers and stuff. I just have like 2 more questions.
Shoot.
Actually 3. English, important or not important in your everyday life?
What do you think, guys?
English, important or not important?
It's very important.
Important?
Yeah, to contact with the customers who doesn't know the Arabic language.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good, good.
So basically, yes, and English is very important because it's an international language. Today, everyone knows English. Okay. If you don't know English, then you have lost a very important tool to communicate.
I like that. I like that. All right, second and last question. If you could describe, watch this. If you could describe as Teacher Will in like a word or sentences, what would you say?
Amazing. Actually, it's amazing because no, wait.
You're not gonna get money for this.
No, actually, I'm going to tell you what I really like about Ask Teacher Will is the vocabulary that you bring on an Instagram page and the way you try to explain them and put them into sentences. I love that. Even myself, I go to a page and actually I learn more and more and more.
Do you go on my YouTube or just
Yes.
my Instagram?
Instagram and YouTube.
Okay, all right.
All right.
Well,
So I really like it because you are very generous with information. This is what I like about you.
Well, I think one of the things that we share, like I believe it's kind of like we learn together, and that's kind of why we're doing this. I mean, I think English is so much more than just vocabulary and grammar. So, listen, I want to thank each and all of you. You have the last word, but here's the final question. Now that it's over, how do you feel? What do you think?
Reborn.
Reborn.
Yes.
Okay.
I feel reborn because today I'm born again with new ideas, new challenges, and I am here. Nothing will defeat me. I will still be here, and my team behind me, behind me and next to me, and I'm pretty sure that with their support, we will reach international.
We learn together. Specialty coffee. Miss Rania Talal, team, I really want to thank you. So listen, want to know more? We'll share her contact information later. And by the way, if you are in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia, on Palestine Street, come by alert. Your hours of operation?
7 a.m. to 11:30, right, guys?
Yes.
Come and get specialty coffee. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
We learn together. Bye-bye.
Bye.
See you.